Welcome to DosBrosTalkx. On today's episode, we're going to talk about Virtual Brickworlds.
Yay!
There's more than one.
Wow!
Brickworld, yeah!
Stay tuned.
So, in case you don't know, Brickworld is a convention where lots of people come and they're fans of Lego. Some people bring models they made, other people bring presentations, and some people bring stuff to sell. Finally, the fourth kind of people is the people that just like to look at the stuff and buy it. This year, Brickworld announced they would be doing virtual conventions, and so far, DosBrosComiX has been to both, so we're here to give you our impression. Some of the things I really liked about Brickworld being virtual was that we could attend the event from the comfort of our own home. We could take food breaks whenever we wanted, and the food was free. It was also really nice that we were able to take pictures of the presentation slides. Because we were up close to the monitor, we could see really well.
The only problem with taking pictures of the cool presentation slides or of the models was that some of the people who displayed them, their camera quality wasn't as good as some other people's, which meant that sometimes, even if you had a really good angle, it was a little hard to kind of see all the different elements and bricks used in techniques.
Definitely. The quality of the presentations was very different, and more different than usual, because not everybody was equally comfortable with the Zoom technology yet. We expect that as more Brickworld events are held virtually, everyone will get more used to the format. Speaking of everyone, we noticed that the presentations between the first and second one were mostly different, which was really nice. I was worried that we'd be attending the same presentations over again, but we learned some interesting things on the second one.
The only problem that I saw with the fact that there were so many different presentations was that most of the presentations were held at the same time, which meant that if you went to one, it was hard to get to a lot of other ones and get a lot of inspiration.
That's completely true. I noticed the same thing. There were two presentations I really wanted to attend, but they were at the same time. However, the next hour, none of the presentations interested me, so I had a lunch break. The pacing was a little weird. However, this might be normal for Brickworld. Something that was also not so great is I made the mistake of not adjusting for time zones. Brickworld Virtual was held on Eastern Standard Time, and so was their schedule and calendar. And both times, I didn't realize this at first, and so I was late for events and was confused why things weren't starting. It would be really great if there was a nice way to adjust for your time zone.
One of my favorite parts of BrickCon Virtual this year was that I actually got inspired for Brick City, and I'm sure my brother did too. Basically, our city so far is a bunch of 16 by 16 squares, at least the buildings are. And one of the layouts showed that you could build different types of buildings with different kind of more curvy sides and just, you know, think out of the box, so to say. Any more thoughts on that, bro?
Oh yeah. My brother's completely right. I totally am redesigning Brick City now with him, because instead of having buildings take up the full 16 by 16 plot of land, after we increased the plot of land, we realized, oh, well, the building might need to have depth in its exterior even, have some curves, pop out, pop in, and so we're rethinking a lot of Brick City right now.
Do you have any other favorite things, bro?
Oh yeah. One of my favorite presentations was about fractals. It was really, really exciting because I like fractals anyway, but Lego fractals are super cool. The presentation consisted of one main leader and several people switching camera views to their homes, and they showed the fractals they built out of real Lego parts. They also went into the math a little bit, which was really interesting. But the biggest impact of this presentation on us is we're figuring out how time travel works in our universe. Well, how it should work, period. And the fractal idea helped a lot with that. We'll leave it at that for now.
Lego ideas.
Something I didn't like quite so much was I feel like there's a lot of potential, especially in a virtual setting, for fans of Lego to share their Lego ideas with each other, so that we could go support each other's ideas.
Now, support the Portal project!
Yes. Of course, I am mostly wishing this would happen because I currently have a project. I'm completely... The only reason I care about this is because I have a project on Lego ideas right now.
Sorry I'm calling you out.
No, it's fine. It's totally true. DosBrosComiX has a Lego portal testing chamber on Lego ideas right now. If you search up modular portal testing chamber, it should come up. It's the one with just over 5,500 supporters.
Or you can click on the video that should be appearing at the end of this video.
And there's a link in the description too. Supporting the project is free, and it only takes 2 minutes if you don't have an account. And if you do have an account, it's just a couple seconds. All you do is click the link in the description and click the blue support button. Sharing it with your friends also really helps.
What are you waiting for?
Go support this project!
Yeah,
Anyway, now that we're done with that, let's go back to Brickworld.
now that the sponsor segment's over. Honestly, my least favorite part was the camera quality of different presentations and especially different layouts, where sometimes the builds were very nice and I could tell they were very well built, but they just looked kind of fuzzy, and it was hard to really get into the LEGO worlds that builders created with the camera quality being so low. I'm not sure how people can resolve this issue, but I feel like if there could be a feedback page where creators could be given kind of, tips on what cameras to use and things, then maybe that could be resolved.
Yeah, what worked and what could have been better,
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
There was also one person who tried to do a workshop and their audio quality wasn't the best. Do you want to elaborate on that?
We didn't stay for very long, but what happened was we were going to attend a presentation about flexible surfaces, and audio issues happened that made the presenter sound really, really fuzzy. And the chat feedback was a little harsh, perhaps,
Yeah.
and just, yeah, it wasn't a great situation.
I agree. I completely agree. It wasn't the presenter's fault at all, but yeah, I feel like just the communication between both parties could have been better.
Yeah. One thing that's a really great thing about Brickworld being virtual is there's no other people in the way. So even though the camera quality may not always be the best, you get an unobstructed view at the models, which is really nice. And you don't need to worry about people bumping and pushing to see all the models. Because the displays were on practically all day, you could tune in whenever you had a gap, and you didn't need to wait your turn in line, so to speak. The way Brickworld Virtual worked is you bought a space for one IP address, and so my brother and I were able to watch from the same computer. This meant that we needed to both decide where we wanted to be. We couldn't be in two places at once, even though there were two of us. However, it was really, really nice just how quickly you could switch between rooms and layouts and presentations. In real life, you'd have to walk around across the convention. If there was a presentation going on already, you'd need to probably stay out or really quietly walk inside. But because everything was virtual, you could join and leave as you pleased. That was really, really nice.
Well said.
Thank you.
I do declare.
Quite.
Yeah,
I concur.
that was well said.
Mm,
Yes, well, I need to investigate some evidence. Some tasty art.
probably gonna cut this.
Yes, so thank you for tuning in, and yes, you're guilty. Yeah, we're cutting it.
Thanks for listening to this episode of DosBrosTalkx. We're making interesting podcasts whenever we have interesting things to talk about. If you're interested in interesting things, consider following our channel. You can like the video if you did like it, subscribe to our channel so you see more videos,
If you really liked it.
yeah, and leave a comment telling us what you think you'd like to see. We're open to feedback. This just in! Breaking news about DBCX creating an animation. Tell us more.
So, we're making an animation, and it's coming out soon. So, yeah. Stay
Wow.
tuned. Yep.
Breaking news.
Yep, very.
At its finest.
Yep.
It's
incredible.
it's Rocket Boy.
It's so great. Which, spoilers.
No, it's actually good.
Oh, yeah. Or is it?
No,
You'll have
it's
to watch and see.
it's actually good.
Or is it?
There's a song.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good ending. Alright, thank you again for tuning in, and see you next time.
Bye.
Or should I say, hear you next time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Chad.
No, you're not. Also, cut this part out.
He's Chad.
I'm Chad.